Donald Trump's win in 2016, rabid right-wingers repeatedly criticized Democratic voters and Democratic politicians for allegedly not accepting the results of the election. But now it seems like the tables have certainly turned as Donald Trump has lost his re-election bid, refuses to concede, and is certainly acting like a sore loser. And so let's take a little bit of, let's take a flashback or go through a flashback, however you want to word it, and take a look at what Kayleigh McEnany had to say in 2016 after that election ended. Watch.
You have people out there calling for recounts that are unsubstantiated based on no evidence. You have Jill Stein coming on our network an hour or so ago suggesting that there were hacks or potentially hacks, and we won't know until we count the votes. There are people trying to delegitimize the president-elect.
Now, of course, what she has to say today is very different because she's enabling Donald Trump's disinformation campaign about widespread voter fraud.
She's actually the head of that disinformation campaign. She's the press secretary for Donald Trump, his mouthpiece. She's the one who goes and lies on his behalf. So 4 years ago, she said, can you believe unsubstantiated voter fraud claims? And they're going forward. They actually went through the legal process there. Here in this case, to be fair, it started with a legal process. They went into the courts, and then the Trump lawyers admitted in every case when the judges put them on the spot, yeah, we have zero evidence. We didn't bring any evidence. It's amazing. I've never seen anything like it in the history of, and I'm a lawyer. I didn't practice very long, but I studied it. No, but I've never seen anything like that. They never teach you in law school like, oh, and then lawyers go to court, and when the judge asks them for evidence, they go, I don't know, I don't have it. Like it's unheard of. And it's happened in every single case that Trump has brought. And now Kayleigh McEnany is like, well, of course, you just gotta, go with unsubstantiated voter fraud claims.
Yeah, let's get a little tasty taste of what Kayleigh McEnany contributes to the disinformation campaign today.
You would expect to have a higher rejection rate in a lot of these races where there were a ton of new mail-in votes. So why this election are all of a sudden more mail-in votes being counted? There are real questions here. The recount is a great next step in Georgia, as are these lawsuits. We just want answers, and the American people deserve to be able to ask questions.
They're so funny. I think it was Trump who tweeted, but when a Republican tweeted that too, they're like, in 2012 there's this many mail-in votes, 2016 there was this many, but look at 2020 there were so many more mail-in votes. Yeah, there's a thing called a pandemic, and that's why people mailed in their votes, especially senior citizens, because they didn't want to get in contact with people and die. Like she's like, why in this election is there so many mail-in votes? Really, you're that dumb? We're trying to give you the benefit of the doubt that you're just a liar, because you can't possibly think like, I don't know why there were so many mail-in votes in 2020. Absurd.
Also, look, I don't, maybe I'm not remembering correctly, so let me know if I'm wrong, but look, based on the amount of martinis I had every night for 2 weeks straight following the 2016 election, I don't recall questioning the outcome. Like, I don't remember Democrats saying that there was widespread voter fraud. I don't remember them trying to delegitimize that election. I mean, maybe we're in our own bubble, but I accepted it on the night of the election. It was pretty clear.
Yeah, but they said we had a meltdown because we immediately accepted that Trump had won. So one side actually cares about democracy. The other side only cares about power. And so if they could have a right-wing dictator, they'd do it in a second. So I know what happened. Hillary Clinton conceded within 24 hours. It's now been how many weeks since the election, and Donald Trump's still crying in the White House. I got 72 million votes. Yeah, the other guy got 77 million votes, 5 million more. I don't like math, war on math, right? And by the way, Jill Stein, that she referred to, it was a Green Party candidate that had to sue because Hillary Clinton, even though Stein was really, she had no, I don't know if you know this, she had no chance of winning the election, was almost kind of suing on behalf of Hillary Clinton or on behalf of making sure that that something didn't go wrong in the elections, right? And then they went through the court and they actually had presented whatever evidence they had, and then the court dismissed it, right? But the reason that happened is because Hillary Clinton and the Democratic Party would not even bring out legitimate cases because they were afraid that they would be painted as questioning the legitimacy of our democracy and a peaceful transfer of power. Now, when the shoe's on the other foot, and this election isn't even as close, isn't anywhere near as close as the Clinton-Trump election. Remember, that got decided by 78,000 votes in 3 states. It was a minuscule lead that Donald Trump had. The Democrats didn't challenge it at all. Now, shoe on the other foot, in Michigan, Biden has like 140,000 person lead. That is beyond over. Trump's in court going, no way, no way, no way, no way. What's your evidence? None. So they're the world's largest hypocrites.
Here's a cute compilation video featuring several of them.
Hillary is on her sore loser tour, and now we have her going through recounts. You know what she needs to do? She needs to get over it. She lost. Get out of the way and let Donald Trump be president.
Do you think the Democrats are sore losers? Yeah, I do.
The reality is they're a bunch of spoiled crybabies.
Newsflash for many of the partisan Democrats and those in the mainstream media who continue to try to delegitimize President-elect Trump's massive and historic win last month. The election's over. Hillary Clinton lost. You have to win 270 electoral votes to be elected president, and President-elect Trump actually got 306. This is all really just an effort to try to delegitimize the win.
By the way, he got 304. You know who got 306? Joe Biden. I mean, that is perfectly fitting. And they say a month after the election, Hillary Clinton, like I told you, said that Trump won within 24 hours. They're talking about Jill Stein as if Jill Stein runs the Democratic Party. She's not even in the Democratic Party.
It's amazing.
And they were like, sore losers, it's all the Democrats. Now we literally have a guy who's such a sore loser. In a story we shared with you earlier in the program, there's Republican sources inside the White House saying you can't even say the word Biden, otherwise Trump will fire you, because he's so hurt over what happened in the elections.
Baby.
Total crybaby, and weeks after the election, sore loser with no evidence, still saying not only it's that, hey, I'm not sure Biden won, he's saying, I won, I don't have to have votes to show you, but I swear I won. Pathetic. Thanks for watching The Young Turks, really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR, so those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.